Karibu Sana, my people. It's your favorite host, Tracy M, here at Key Africa Studios for another episode of On the Record podcast. This is the show where we spotlight the bold returnees, visionary entrepreneurs, and the change makers shaping a new Africa. Now, today I will be speaking out to you Kenyan hustlers. Yeah, you guys, you've done well. Thank you. I've been robbed left, right, and center. Now, part of it is my fault, okay? But I just feel like there is a sense of this hustle nature that's around where everybody wants quick money. You see me, you speak to me, you hear, oh, Mzungu type, so you're thinking money. Guys, I don't have the money you think I have, okay? I'm just like you. I'm just a girl trying to survive in this lovely country of yours. And I can't lie, your stuff is expensive. I mean, it might be cheaper than London, but it's expensive. But I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a story about my lock journey, how that set me back couple of hundred, and how a potential good relationship was ruined because of it. Now, I came here in January, I was turning 33. I had my birthday out here. And then, I got my hair done when I came. I had braids. And then I was like, oh, I'll do a weave. And I was like, no. I just want to do twists. No. And anyone who knows me knows I love hair. Not to say I'm always in weave or braids or no, but I just like doing hair, and I love the versatility of expressing myself through my hair. I've cut my hair many times. I've grown my hair. I've done everything that I could. And I always said that I would love to lock my hair when I'm a lot older, in my 60s. I want to have locks. So as my birthday was coming up, I thought, you know what? Why am I waiting? It will probably be cheaper for me to get my hair locked out here because I've seen so many women with locks. So I was like, oh, it'll be cheaper. Let me just do it here. So I looked on the internet, and I found this young girl on Instagram. I was impressed with her work. I was like, yeah, cool, let's do it. Reached out to her, and I think the total price was about 60K. So 60K shillings converted ends up being 500, 700, I think. It's about 600 to 700 pounds, which, hang on, am I doing my maths correctly? Was it 60 or, I can't remember the full price now, but yeah, it ends up being, I'm lying, it's not even 700, my bad. 45 is about 250. So we're talking about 300 to 400 pounds, 300, somewhere along those lines. So I was like, oh, that's much cheaper, because if I was in the UK trying to get micro locks done, we're talking about 800 plus pounds just to get them done. Take away doing the monthly upkeep, etc., because that's going to be another 400, 500, etc. So I thought, okay, cool, this is a bargain. Let me do it. So the day that I went to get my hair done, I still haven't released this story on TikTok because I just can't put into words what happened. But I got there in the morning. It's about 8 o'clock. She was like, come in the morning. It's going to take a while. I get to this girl's apartment, and yeah, she answers the door. I sit down. She starts. We're just talking. Oh, so what's your story? She's a student. She lives with her brother, etc. Okay, cool. We're just laughing as you do. All good. Then I'm like, oh, are you okay? She's like, oh, yeah, I went out last night. I literally got back this morning. I'm like, oh, wow, you're having fun, innit? She's like, yeah, You can tell she's suffering, bless her. But she held on like a trooper. So it was from about 9 o'clock, I think we started, from about 9 a.m. And it gets to maybe around 4 or 5. I ordered some KFC. She also sat down, had some food. And then, she ate. Ran to the toilet, threw up. Sis was hanging bad. Like, she was hanging. But I was like, it is what it is. My hair is looking okay. Like, let's do it. It's fine. We didn't finish until 3 a.m. in the morning. So from 9 a.m. till 3 a.m. in the morning. And like I said, the poor girl, she probably had a few breaks, but not even anything crazy because time was on the clock. She's like, I'm never gonna do these again. I thought I could do, it was lighthearted, it was fun, it was nice, it was a great conversation. I left there happy because I had my hair done. And I was content. I was, yeah, fine. Give it a few months and they'll start dropping. They'll start being a lot thicker and I'll like them. Because unfortunately, I have really thin hair. So went back to England, all good, everything's fine. I managed to relock my hair myself because, you will save that money when you need to. Nobody touched my hair. I did it myself. I came here in April. And I was like, at least now I've got my plug. I've got the person who's going to do my hair. So I messaged her and I'm like, hey, hon, how you doing? I'm around. Can we sort out my hair? She's like, yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool. When can we do it? We'll do it this day. Okay, perfect. Everything was going well. And then she's like, actually, I'm going to come to you. It might be easier if I come to you to do your hair. I was like, yeah, that's fine, girl. So I'm in an Airbnb. I'm like, yeah, cool. Come through. The day that she came, we're sitting down, we're talking. This is where I messed up. We were talking, we're chilling. What is it they say? Makosa number one. Makosa number one. So she says to me, so in the UK, how much would it cost you to do this hair? I didn't read the room. And I'm just thinking I've established a good friendship here. So I'm like, yeah, girl, you don't want to know. It will cost me a lot. We're talking about, trying to do the upkeep for this will be like £500, extortionate, da-da-da. She's like, wow, really? I was like, yeah, it's bad. And she goes, oh, wow, okay. And then we carried on. After 3 hours, she was done. During that time, though, she was complaining. She was like, Tracy, your lines, like you've lost your lines. What happened? I was like, girl, I was doing it myself. Is it that bad? She goes, no, this is bad. You haven't done it. And everything was, I was like, okay. She finishes and I'm like, okay, so how much do I owe you? Makosa number 2, because I had not asked her beforehand how much she would charge me for a retwist. Then she says, normally it would be 30 something K, but because of the lines that I had to redo, it's going to be just give me 40 something. I can't remember the right price, guys. I should have looked through the messages, but I deleted the chat because I was angry. 40 something K, which is the rent that I pay now, which is £250 she charged me for a retwist. I have a local salon that I go to. Every month I pay 3,500 shillings. And that amounts to about £20-30. And that normally includes wash, style, treatment, retwist, all of that. So you're telling me I spent 40 something K when I could have spent 3.5, all because somebody was greedy, or because she was greedy. Perfectly fine. Her craft is amazing. Well done. Kudos to you, girl. I'm not going to knock down your hustle at all. But you're not looking at the bigger picture, because I could have been coming to you regularly. Whether you were charging me 5K, whatever, I would have stuck to you because you did my hair. And naturally, I'm a returning customer. If I find someone who does something well, I stick to them. I'm not going to change that around. And so you lost out because you got that 40K, which you probably blew within however long, because, you were outside. Sis, you're outside. You blew that. Whereas you could have had your regular 5K coming in every month. And I learnt my lesson. That day, I learnt my lesson because I said, nah, these guys will not scam me again. But I've realized that it's second nature to a lot of people to think small scale. And that's the problem we have within Africa, so to say. We think small scale instead of thinking long term. This comes in the form of simple things like when you buy your household necessities. You would rather buy something that will last you for the month instead of thinking, okay, let's buy this gas canister that will keep us going for the next 6+ months. Why are you buying something that's only 3 kg when you can buy 32? It might be a little bit more expensive, but you saved yourself a good 6 to 8 months of constantly buying. It just makes sense. If you're going to buy your laundry, your stuff to do with your laundry, household items, things that aren't perishables, that will last you a long time, buy in bulk, buy the bigger version. Just so in the long run, you've always got something. But this mentality of being cheaper, quick money, it comes to bite you in the ass. It really does. And I don't know where she is right now. She did reach out to me to be like, oh, girl, I'm doing a discount for this and that. And I was like, nah, it's okay, thank you. And unfortunately, that's a relationship tarnished. That's a client gone, deleted, blocked, done. And it's sad to see. It's sad to see because nobody is undermining your skill set at all. Nobody's undermining what you're doing. But just stop trying to steal from your fellow brother. Stop putting yourself into this mindset of, oh, you definitely have money. Because you don't know my story. You don't know that could have been my last money that I had. You don't know that. You can't speak for me. You can't think for me. Ideally, it's just as good to think in the long run. And I'm conflicted because whilst I have been here, I've encountered businesses where I will go there and I will say, oh, okay, I'll come tomorrow when I've got the money. And they'll be like, no, it's fine. Take it. When you come, you can pay it. And that's something that's foreign to me because in the UK, there's no such thing. You literally buy in here right now. But there is that level of trust within communities where some people are like, no, it's fine. When you do have it, come through. But then you've also got those who are so greedy, because that is pure greed, for you to be demanding that as a student. 40K. For a retwist, guys. She didn't oil it or she didn't wash it. There was nothing else to it. It was just a retwist. I don't understand what the issue was. And now she lost me as a customer. But I do think it is a conversation we need to have as people, to think about the bigger picture. Stop thinking about now. Think about tomorrow. Think about the long term. Think about what's to come. Because in the long term, you get much more joy, a much more better sense of peace from knowing that I'm sorted. This is covered. This is fine. But yeah, I've been scammed, guys. That was my only scamming story, and I pray it will remain my only scamming story. But really and truly, as much as people want to say coming out here, we're exploiting people in Africa. No. I just think there's a sense of practicality. And what happens is, even, if someone was to charge me, I don't know, 10K to do my initial locks, because of the mentality I came with when I was coming, I'll give you that bit extra. So you're expecting 10K, but you probably end up with 12K because I'm like, no, thank you so much for whatever. But then when you do things like this, it just limits it. It ruins it for other people as well. Because then I'm now questioning every person who I speak to, because I'm like, is that really the price or is it something else? And so you ruin the economy for yourselves in the long run. And this is specifically for the Kenyans who are here hustling. Think about your clients in the long term. Think about the longevity of your clients, of your customers. Think about trying to retain them rather than just getting a quick hit and that's it. Because that will not further your business. That does a lot more damage than you think it does. So yeah, scamming, it happens. It doesn't matter who you are. I could have been a Muzungu. I could have been, someone with a heavy accent. I still probably would have got scammed somehow, because naturally people look at me and they see foreign. I don't know what that means, but apparently it's a thing. So yeah, I have been scammed. I'm open to talking about it now, because when I did come, I did not want to say a single word. I kept it to myself and I was so embarrassed. And I was just like, how could I get dwindled like that? But it happened. It happened. It will happen. It has happened. And I just need you guys to laugh with me, because if you don't laugh, you'll cry. And all I can do is laugh. But yeah, now I am a lot more attentive to prices. I'm a lot more attentive to businesses and what they say. And naturally, when I do talk to them, I try to avoid asking in English. You'll hear me, Shingapi? And then, when they tell me what they tell me, I'm like, yeah. And we leave it there and then. But yeah, I want you guys to be aware. For those of you in the West who do consider coming here, do your research, do your Googles and find out what's really the price. And for those of you who are here and you are hustling, guys, stop doing that. Just stop it. Honestly, it's not fair on you. It's not fair on me. It's not fair on the economy. Just stop doing it. Just be honest. Honesty takes you far. Please, just be honest with your prices. There's no need for all of this, because half the time, a lot of the foreigners will give you a little bit extra. They will give you that extra just because I can, so I will. But if you start high, there's no coming down from it. So yeah, be mindful, guys. For those of you that will be visiting Kenya, just be mindful on what you are paying. And those of you that are in Kenya, be kind, okay? Don't look at us as though we have endless running pockets, because we don't. I'm struggling just as much as you are, okay? So be kind to me. Be kind to your fellow brothers and sisters, because we only have each other. Thank you for joining, guys. If you do have any stories where you have experienced something similar, please, please, please feel free to share below in the comments. Don't forget to share this video if anyone else can relate and has had a similar story. Share it with them, laugh with them, because that's the most you can do. And also don't forget to like these videos so I know the kind of stories and engagement that you guys are seeking for from me. Thank you so much for joining. Look forward to speaking to you again.